welcome to our panel today, Activating World Peace, introducing world peace leaders that are making peace more profitable and more fashionable than war. We are so happy and grateful to be here with you today from across the world, broadcasting from Davos and from across the world, and so grateful to dear Anand Singh and the entire team at Davos Worldwide for hosting us and their esteemed and phenomenal summit. Thank you so much for hosting us, and it's our honor and delight to be here and to contribute to these critical conversations on the sidelines of Davos. Thank you so much. And I am your moderator for this panel. My name is Maren Ryan Saraf. I am the founder and CEO of the Peace Train, and also the founder and president of the Peace Pledge that I will be sharing with you more about today on our panel. And I'm so happy to welcome an absolutely superstar panel of dear friends and partners that are all fellow peace leaders from across the universe. And we are so happy to be here today to share with you our solutions for activating and sustaining peace, prosperity, and thriving for all, and making peace more profitable and fashionable than war. And we're doing this now and achieve world peace by 2030. And we do this together. This is the power of collaboration and the power of the we. And so it's my great honor and delight to introduce our panel. We're going to begin by going around and introducing ourselves. And we have several rounds that we're going, and some very exciting questions prepared for you all, and a very special invitation from a very special world peace leader coming up at the end. So please stay tuned, and we're so excited to be here with you all. And we will begin our panel. I will quickly share my name and my a brief background, and then we'll go around. And I come from the worlds of media and entertainment. I was a VR filmmaker and a traditional filmmaker working with grassroots nonprofits in 30 countries, and I'm so happy and grateful to be here. And to share about how media and storytelling can really, truly, not just activate world peace and inspire world peace, and also sustain the engagement, because it's really the media and storytelling and creating these unifying narratives for humanity, very much in the same way that my grandfather created. He was the chief of design of the lunar module, and created the overview effect of that time by hiring the entire team that did the lunar landing, and then creating an overview effect for humanity. So we all zoom in and realize that we are all here on this planet, and we're all here together. And it's our great honor and responsibility and joy to collaborate and to support each other as humans on this planet. And so that's what the Peace Train is designed to do, is to be a meta narrative for the world, and to be an actual vehicle and a movement for all of us to come together and to share our solutions for creating sustainable peace, prosperity, and purpose, and thriving for all on this planet, and to make peace more profitable and fashionable than war together. We're making peace super cool for everyone all over the world. And so every single person on this panel has sustainable keys to activate and unlock this paradigm. And so it's my honor and delight to welcome my dear friends and colleagues to share about their incredible work in the world that's truly activating this and sustaining this. And so inspired by all of you, and thank you all for being here and for sharing your brilliance and wisdom with this panel and on Davos Worldwide and with the world. Thank you so much. And Blue, Goddess, may we start with you? Over to you.
Sure.
We'll go around. Thank you.
Thank you, Maren. It really is an honor to participate and be on this.
You're echoing a little bit.
Let me. How's that?
Echoing Blue across the universe. That's a great idea, actually. I love that just came into the field. If we all echo Blue, we're all in a great space.
And Maren, it's such an honor to participate and be here online.
You're still echoing, at least on my side.
I think that's. Let me pass it on to someone else and see what I can do on my side.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Goddess. Thank you. Paul, would you care to share
I
about
can. I
yourself?
can.
Thank you
Is
so much.
mine echoing, or is it good now?
You're good. You're good.
Perfect. Perfect. Well,
Also,
thank
oh,
you.
yes,
His
perfect.
Eminence is here as well. I spent some
Yes.
beautiful time seeing and touring the Peace Sanctuary with him last year. So incredibly grateful for all the work that Shalpa is doing, and honored to call him a friend as well. So I'm Paul Hutchinson. You would know me by the one of my movies, The Sound of Freedom. I'm the primary investor and executive producer in the movie Sound of Freedom. Beyond that, I actually led or played a key part in over 70 undercover child rescue missions over a period of 10 years in 15 countries. And I saw the darkest of what humanity has to offer. And now I have not only the Child Liberation Foundation, but the Liberating Humanity, which is focused on eradicating not only trafficking, but child abuse and domestic abuse and everything that we need to get rid of in this low toxic environment in order to welcome in peace into the world. So incredibly excited to be here and connect with such good people.
Wonderful. Thank you, dear Paul, and just the highest respect and honor and gratitude for your incredible work in this field. Thank you so much for shining light on this. It's beyond, I'm beyond grateful. Thank you so much, dear Angel. Thank you. You. I will. Wow, just wow. I'm so just in awe of everyone. It's just really so beautiful. Thank you so much. Dr. Adil, would you care to share, please, an introduction, brief background, then we'll do a deeper dive into our company.
Would you want
Thank you
His
so much.
Eminence to go first?
Certainly, certainly, yeah, of course.
I think
His
let's-
Eminence, welcome. So happy and grateful that you are joining us on this phenomenal panel, and beyond grateful for your amazing work with the Universal Peace Sanctuary and the Universal Peace Forum. And please share, introduce yourself. And we're going around and sharing a deeper dive on all of the initiatives in a bit. And now it's your introduction and brief background, please, if you would. Thank you so much for being here. Deepest gratitude for you and your work. Thank you. Oh, you're still on mute, sweetheart.
Okay, now and I am on, right?
Yes, you are.
All right.
Welcome.
Thank you so very much. I am very simple person who loves freedom and peace. And my name is Shalpa Rinpoche, and originally from the Himalayas, but living in the Himalayas until in my 20s, and then last 35 years in US, Europe, everywhere. And from the World Economic Forum, which is being conducted here. And I am the founder of Universal Peace Sanctuary in Lumbini. And day before yesterday, we launched Universal Peace Forum in Davos. So my interest is how we will be able to establish Universal Peace Sanctuary within each and every one, 8 billion people who is living on this very earth. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your work. And I'm so excited to dive more into unpacking that in the next round. Thank you so much. Such an honor and delight to be here with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Adil.
Thank you. Thank you, Marin.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
everyone. What a beautiful panel. Thank you very much for arranging this, to Marin, to Anand, everyone here. I'm the CEO of Pinnacle Process Solutions. I'm a coach, author, speaker, and member of the Forbes Coaching Council. And truly an honor here because I really believe that we are here for a very important purpose. Everyone talks about peace. Nobody has seen what peace looks like. And to redefine that, to really get a chance to, do something different is really an honor. And as Emilia Earhart said, he said, if you do not have a runway built for you, pick up the spade and make it yourself. And that is what we are here for. We are here to pick up the spade and start building our own runway because there's a long way to go. So thank you. Mary?
Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. Such wisdom all around. Blue Goddess, do you care to
Sure.
go?
And
Thank
my
you so
apologies
much.
for the echo. It really is an honor to be here today. I had the great privilege of representing Save the Children in Davos last year in person. I am so inspired by the convening of leaders and by the work and the conversations that are had during this week. So thank you so much for having us. I am on the philanthropy side. I've been 35 years in the field, both national and international. My heartbeat is around our current generation, right, our children, and then also what that looks like for our future generations. Say the Children is 115, and we're in 115 countries. We're 105 years old. We were started by a founder actually out of the UK, a woman named Eglantine Jebb. I'm very honored to be working with peers from across the globe who use the word, and I heard it this morning in a group call, ambition, collaboration, and just for the focus of helping the next generation. So it's an honor to be here. Thank you.
So important. The focus for the next generation. Thank you, Blue. Deep honor and respect for your deep expertise in the field and in the field of philanthropy and beyond. Thank you so much for your lifelong dedication and service. And so inspired by you in all the ways, always. Thank you so much. Dear Lucian, would you like to share an introduction about yourself and your backgrounds before we dive into the companies in the next round?
Sure. So, such a delight. Thank you, Maren. And here's a toast to peace and starting from peace within, because that's, I believe, where peace begins. And so, I am. I'm many things. I'm a filmmaker, a storyteller. Some might say I'm a time traveler, coming from the future where there is planetary peace. And this is a topic very, very dear to my heart because I believe it's essential to the emergence of a collective consciousness, a collective intelligence that is in harmony with all life, that is informed by the sentient intelligence of Gaia, that has 3.8 billion years on us, is so much more intelligent than our small brains, that is currently running the world, and with our egos unchecked. And so I've been very lucky to have some great mentors in this world. My adopted grandfather was Baba Amte, who was a great peace leader in India. He created something called Knit India that was creating peace across the whole nation, and actually wanted to have a peace march into Pakistan to build peace between India and Pakistan. And so I grew up really, on his lap in a way, like my father worked with him since 1964. And so I've been very fortunate to be part of really architecting the story of peace. And shall I share a little bit about United Planet, or save that for later? Maren.
So thank you so much, dear Lucian. And yes, we're doing a deeper dive on United Planet in a
Perfect.
moment, and that was
Perfect.
such a beautiful and perfect springboard for the next question, which is inspired by you, actually, and by your hindsight futurism storytelling techniques. So we're going to, inspired by Lucien, and this is how he leads United Planet one of the ways, and the time traveling aspect of all of us. We're all going to take a leap in time ahead to 2030, and we arrive as our best selves in 2030, and we share from this space how we made peace more profitable and fashionable than war, and how we achieved sustainable peace, prosperity, and thriving for all, and world peace. It's 2030. We achieved world peace. The peace train launched in 2025. We inspired the world. We took the world over the rainbow into the world of light, into the sunlight, into the thriving, into all of the solutions that we all created together at that time. And we came together from across the universe and we celebrated the solutions that are here on Earth. We came together and we shared the leaders, the peace leaders, the prosperity leaders, the leaders who inspired us to live in purpose, to live in inner peace, and to achieve tangible prosperity. And we did it. That story is a meta narrative that was shared all over the world and reached all corners of the world. And we started in France, and then more countries invited us to continue and to heal the lands and lineages of places worldwide. We went to India, we went to the Amazon, we went all over the world to all these beautiful places and spaces and invited communities to share their wisdom and their culture and how they celebrate and heal themselves. And we created the sustainable infrastructure so that any group of people anywhere in the world can sign in and be connected to the global community of the healing resources, of all of the beauty in the world, and to be empowered and enlivened to share their solutions for sustainable peace, prosperity, and thriving with the world. And together we made peace more profitable and fashionable than war. Together we did it, and so that every single person on the planet can embody that. And it did embody that. And as always with sovereignty, it's up to every single person to embrace and embody this. And we are so happy that in 2030, the vast majority of the planet, we went way past the tipping point of the number of people that was necessary to embrace and embody inner peace, tangible prosperity, living in purpose, and the essential connectivity to achieve thriving for all. And I'm so happy and so grateful to have co-led this with an incredible team of superstars from across the universe, and that each one of us shared our solutions to achieving this and making this possible. Because it's truly the power of the we. Alone, I can only do what I can do, and I can only fly so far. And together with alongside, and I always love the analogy. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, the Care Bear stare, all of us linking our arms together and shooting rainbows out of our tummies with all of the light that we're shining in the world, and all of us shining together is what really made this happen. And I'm so happy and so grateful that the Peace Train launched the Peace Pledge when all the brands and corporations all over the world contributed 2% of their net annual profits to peace and to support the peace leaders, because it's up to all of us to do our part. And we achieved that. And today we have a thriving community and marketplace of all of the brands and corporations and all of the companies that are all aligned with peace. And we all took the Peace Pledge and we all contributed 2% to peace. And then we made it happen. Because as always, as we know, it's essential to support the peace leaders, the people who are on the ground making it happen and doing the actual work every day. And I'm so happy and so grateful that we came together on Davos Worldwide in January of 2025. and we announced this to the world of what we did and how we did it. And then we moved from that space. And I'm so happy and so grateful to be here with you all in 2030 and celebrate 5 years of world peace and continuing. So happy and so grateful. Thank you all so much. And we will, with that, I'm so happy and so grateful to be side by side with my dear, dear friends. Lucian, we're going to go reverse as well, who is going to share with you how he achieved his mission by 2030, in 2030. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Maren. Yeah, such a delight. So, well, United Planet, it really was the realization of Bucky's vision of the world game. Buckminster Fuller, he said once, you don't change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. And he also predicted that there would come a world game. He said there's going to be a design science decade where we would reimagine and redesign every aspect of our world in order to work for 100% of all life in the shortest time frame possible with the least ecological harm. And so he predicted this world game, and that's what we set out to create, because the reality in the 20s and for a long time before it was we were living in an age of separation. We were living a application of a finite game, yet we were treating our shared mother's resources as if they were infinite. And so we got it back to front. And what we realized was when we designed our lives as an infinite game, playing with finite resources and including all life in our circle of life and our circle of intelligence, that we were able to redesign the story. And it really was true that the story was the front line of peace. The story that we told about planetary peace was the front line. And so we set about creating stories. We created the Up Game, where we would invite amazing change makers, upgraders of civilization, Gaians, together to step outside of time and to tell the story that more beautiful that their hearts know is possible. And every team from the very beginning would tell the story of planetary peace. We would celebrate on the Fire Gaians. We would celebrate the story of planetary peace. And what we did is we took all of those brilliant ideas on the horizon point of civilization, and we trained the Gaian AI with that collective future vision. And the Gaian AI was able to reimagine money and reimagine language and reimagine the world without borders. And in doing so, we were able to financially incentivize how we created planetary peace. We were actually able to put our money behind our intentions so that we could achieve an architect for that planetary peace. And so that's why I'm just so delighted that we were really the generation of the choosing ones. We chose peace. We chose to end war, and we're now living in a world where we have museums of war, but they're not about past words, they're about the age of separation. But now we recognize that we have gone beyond that, that we are more conscious of that, that was beneath us. And so I'm just so delighted to be in this celebration with all of us, because it was obvious that it was going to be all of us or none of us. And so rather than left and right and wrong, what we did was include all of us in the circle of life. And this was prophesized. It was the 4 directions. It was the 4 tribes, the directions of all of the human family coming together to include the more than human family. And so what a delight. And thank you, Maren, for your stewardship of the peace train. And such a delight that the infinite up game continues, because there is no end to upgrading our future.
Bravo. Beautifully done, brother. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
And we are here in 2030 side by side. And who feels called to share how they achieved their mission? Thank you, His Eminence, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you, I would like to share first because I have to go to the next meeting. Sorry for going ahead.
Please. Thank you so much.
Yes. So, really, what matters the most is for all of us to free ourselves from self-deception. I think it is very important, for us as not as speakers, not as a kind of leader of this and that, rather as an example of fully living being who is able to celebrate our lives with integrity. And I think at the end of the day, what we are doing is truly for all of us to be able to experience natural abundance that we will be able to feel if we are able to truly see who we are clearly and know who we are clearly. Which is to say that it is very important for us to apply our intelligence in every moment as we live. It is very easy to talk. It's very easy to say many things. Words are easy to come, but deeds are not easy to come. To deed is not something that we have to do to show to the world. Deed is truly able to find complete validity in this very moment, because there's nothing that is more valuable in this very moment as we are together here. And life is not a rehearsal. Therefore, we must know this moment is not going to pause for us. Either we seize it or we lose it. So, way for us to truly work for peace is to be example ourselves, so that in the evening when we sleep very well. We sleep soundly because the way we spend our day is meaningful, because we tried our best to not to get distracted and not to be enslaved and seduced by everything that is happening outside in front of us. And many times we do not realize all the things that's happening here are somewhat like an illusion. There's nothing real base to really attach to and solidify it. So if anyone is not able to truly embrace it in that way, not able to celebrate in this way, and again, for those, we must have understanding, we must have empathy, we must feel compassion, because we are no better than them. They're no lesser than us. Their time, their life is as valuable as anyone else's lives. So for us, if there is anything can we do, is to bring clarity in their minds, so that they too will be able to live and seize this moment without compromising. Live this moment as if there is no next moment. I'm not interested so much in 2030. Sorry, Marian, but I'm interested in this very moment. How we live in this very moment will define what we will achieve in 2030. And for me, there is an urgency. Urgency to celebrate life. Right now, our president in the United States, just a few days ago, I heard he wants peace. He wants to be known as a unifier. If that is the case, in this very moment, we have to act. And again, this morning, I have listened to one minister, and she spoke in her church when president was there listening to the church. And she appealed to the president to have mercy. So mercy means to value our life as same as everyone else's life. Our life is not more valuable than other people's lives. unless we value our life, we won't be able to value other people's lives. Like my friend Paul Hutchinson here, and how much he was traveling around. He risked his own life to save people. When he told me this story, I was touched. And when he was with me, I tried to share all the wisdom that I can share that I have inherited to him so that he can do a better job. He can be even more dedicated. He can be even stronger in to eradicate. And all these terrible things are happening to those who are helpless, right? So me today here in Davos, as an historic moment to be able to launch Universal Peace Forum is to create this platform for all of us and everybody. I'm nobody. I just have a vision to create a peace destination for all peace lovers, like those who are part of the peace train, or those who are a part of the peace department, and everybody all over the world. This is the headquarters that I'm creating for all peace lovers on the UNESCO World Heritage Site. And then on top of that, to be able to now launch Universal Peace Forum from here, I find it this is the greatest accomplishment that I have achieved. So now how this is going to move forward is dependent on everybody, all of you, how you're going to dance on this platform that I was able to establish here in a very humble way, in a small way. And this is why we are now establishing this organization, registering in Geneva and first, so that this will be an international forum like World Economic Forum. So I would like to request everyone to join me in becoming the stakeholder of Universal Peace Forum, as well as Universal Peace Destination, Peace Sanctuary in Lumbini. So whatever way that you want to participate and you are interested in, please let me know. And you are all connected in this group. So individually, personally, please contact me and advise me and guide me and help me help all beings. I personally really do not need any help as far as I'm concerned. I was living very simply, and I will live the rest of my life very simply. But I have a purpose. I feel that is my responsibility, and to help everyone who is incapable of helping themselves in a clear way, right? But they have right to lead their life in a meaningful way. So we respect their rights, like Paul is respecting, and in his own way. Marian, you are respecting in your own way. Dr. Adil, you are doing the same way. Blue Blacksley, you are doing the same way. And Dr. Tanaj, we met before, so you are doing the same way. So however we are doing, and everybody who is listening and everybody who is going to listen to this, please join us. Let's take the journey of life together as a celebration. Thank you.
Thank you. If you're okay with it, Marion, I'll go next.
Please.
I want to express my incredible gratitude to His Eminence, Shalpa Rinpoche, for your good heart and your vision of world peace, and for the time that you spent teaching me in Nepal when we came there for a few weeks. Your humility, your heart, your words are much appreciated and recognized, and are creating a ripple effect of good throughout the world. I look forward and to the future, but looking back to the past and realizing that all of it is encapsulated in this present moment. And indeed, it is what we do today. It is how we show up to the world today that will create the future. After 10 years of undercover child rescue missions in 70 missions, 15 countries, I came to a realization that a lot of that work wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. 10 years earlier, when I sat the very first time, I saw that horrific part of humanity with children being sold standing in front of me. I thought, how is this possible in this time? How is this kind of evil there? And how can we come together and fight this and everything else? Most religions, there's no real difference between the Muslims and the Christians and the Buddhists. We all want peace. We all want forgiveness. We all want to live with our families without the fear of war, without the fear of abuse. And I came to an understanding after 10 years of seeing that darkest part of humanity that the only way to fix it is for each individual to look in the mirror and help heal that person. I love the story of a man who is sitting on his couch and he's reading the newspaper, and his little boy comes in and he says, "Daddy, I want to play baseball." He's, "Oh, no, I'm busy. He's not busy. He's reading the newspaper, right?" Little boy comes in again. "Hey, can we play baseball?" No, I'm busy. Well, finally, he opens up the newspaper to a page, and there's this map of the world, this globe of the world. He sees this map and he tears out that page. He tears it up in little teeny pieces of paper and he throws it on the ground. And he says to his son, he said, "You know what? You need to learn your geography. You tape together all of that map of the world, and if you get it perfect, I'll go play baseball with you." Well, just a few minutes later, the little boy came back and it was all taped perfectly. And the father said, "Wow, how did you do that?" And the little boy turned it over. He said, "Well, there was a picture of a man on the back of the newspaper. And all I did is put the man together, and the whole world came together." Indeed, that's the answer right there. Each individual needs to look in the mirror and say, what are the ripple effects of my actions? I came to an understanding that as I was doing child rescue missions, the common thread with these guys that were hurting children wasn't tattoos on their necks and earrings in their noses. The common thread was arrogance and greed and lust. And most of them came from a childhood where they were abused themselves. I believe we can achieve world peace in one generation. One generation. All we have to do is help our children heal from the toxicity of their own childhood. Literally, 1 in every 4 women that you know was abused as a child. 1 in every 5 men at some time in their life went through that pain. And if we carry that pain, many times it comes out in what I call trauma transfer, wherein it comes out in either low self-esteem or anger issues or addictions, or in some cases the abuse of somebody else, verbally, physically, sexually, etc. And so our responsibility is to help everyone step forward and say, okay, I'm not going to try to fix the world. I'm going to fix me. I'm going to release the pain that I've been holding for these years. All of us had crap that happened in our life. Every one of us. And everything of the past, everything, things that you did and things that were done to you, all of it can be.
Good luck.
Oh, we got some speaker there. That's all right. His Eminence, I love you.
Thank you so much. I have to leave, so I want to say goodbye to all of you and the podcast group and interrupted. Sorry.
Oh,
and so
good,
nice
man.
to meet you, everyone, and continue, please. And I hope to see you in person very soon, all of you.
Well, I'm incredibly grateful for your friendship and for Marin's friendship. I'm excited to develop deeper friendships with other Blue. I'm incredibly grateful for your fight in the same fight as I have, and you've been doing it for your group over 100 years. I've only been in this fight for about 10 years. However, the missions that I did and the foundations that we started, over 7,000 children are back with their families. However, beyond that, over 70 million people saw the sound of freedom. Hundreds of millions of children are safer today because of that awareness. All of us need to say, okay, how can I create a massive impact in the world? I had a sign when I was a kid in a high school. I had a poster with a bunch of Ferraris and Lamborghinis that said, "He who has the most toys wins." Today I have one that says, "He who has a powerful, positive impact in the most lives wins." That's what this group is about. We're change makers on a global scale. And that's what Davos is about. Good people coming together and discussing how we can make the world a better place. So I'll turn over the mic to so many other good people here. I'm just incredibly grateful to be a part of this group and many others that are making a powerful impact in the world.
I'll jump in. Thank you very much, Paul. I think to build on Paul, I must say that people who are hurt others. And that is the true sense. And there's a lot of ancestral hate and everything which is going on. And at this point, if we project out to 2030, we want to develop peace warriors. Peace warriors there's so much external forces which are acting on us today globally. The peace warriors are not that seek the battles outside, but conquer what is within. And that is what I think Paul is also talking about, is that we really need to bring down the level of hate, but we also need to also be healing ourselves. So the peace warrior is someone we need to start developing the younger ages right now, where they are stress-free. They are not, focused on their hurt. They're trying to heal themselves as much as they can. And we are having a very different idea about what peace is. Peace is not about having a dove as a symbol. I think we need to start thinking different. We need to think of peace as that of a lion, and as Marin and I spoke, probably a winged lion who protects us on this planet as well as space, because we know that we are going to be fighting against technology today. Technology, AI, and other things which are coming absolutely can be used for good, but can totally devastate us. And that is why, to bring ourselves into that 2030, we really need to be resilient. We need to be adaptable. We need to have a growth mindset, use the dopamine versus the cortisol, really making this planet much better. So Marin, thank you very much. Let's get on the train. Choo-choo.
Yeah, it's such an honor to be here, and I so appreciate everything that has been spoken. I just have to say, from my seat, I love being inspired by the conversation of what will we do today, and what are we going to do individually in our lanes to help move peace forward. That's very inspiring to me. And I appreciate the note of thinking differently. That is true in the organizations that I've been with. It is true at Save the Children. We know that if we do not lean into, innovation and use that for good, right, for children, those that are marginalized, our children that are looking to their future, those that, like Paul said, that he's a champion for and working to help in very difficult circumstances, they need us collectively to join forces and to be working with one mindset in order to achieve peace, right? Because that's where our future generations are able to create their best self, is when they have the capacity to do that. So personally, I am very honored to be, and I sort of fell into the philanthropy space, inspired by multiple generations on my side. And I consider it a life honor to be walking in this world and getting a chance to meet others that are using their superpowers to, for the collective good. I have the great privilege of being in community and conversations with individuals, both, in the US and also internationally, who want to do the same thing, want to use their time, talent, treasure for the missions and the things that they're passionate for in this world that add good into this world and make, impact for others. So again, it's a privilege to be here. I love everything that Marin and everybody is leading, and it's such an honor.
Thank you so much, dear Blue, and thank you so much, dear Adil and Paul, and His Eminence for your just beyond inspiring shares. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for your work in the world and your devotion to what you're doing in the world. Because it's true, it's in each moment in the present. How are we devoted to our mission? And I really feel that that's one of the golden threads and the golden unifiers with all of us, is that we are all super devoted to our mission and to our purpose. And so with that, I'm so honored and delighted to welcome a dear friend and to our panel, and so grateful that she joined us from Davos, from her super busy schedule, to share about how she is achieving her mission with leading on purpose in every moment, and her amazing work with her organization. Thank you so much. Welcome, dear Tatiana.
Hi, can you hear me well?
Yes.
Right. Marin, thank you so much for bringing us together for your mission and the work that you're doing in your lives that you're shining that clearly attracts us. Thank you so much, all of you, to be here. And yeah, I'm delighted to share a brief moment. Why am I here on this planet? And it's time for new incentive systems of value creation in our economic system. One of the issues, if not one of the core issue, is we don't value ourselves because we lost the connection to what is of universal value in alignment with life. And so this goes into your inner self and reflects in the outer self massively in this age. However, I see, although it is a vision, I know it's a vision in the moment that can be manifested in kindness now, a multi-planetary value creation system, an economic system that serves everyone wherever they are on the journey to understand their role in the world and in their lives, and incentivized by expansion. However, the interesting part of this is that this kind of expansion that maybe can also influence and impact the ego still at a certain age cannot happen without a thriving economy, thriving life, because this is an inherent universal law here on earth. And so we are here to bring this translation, this sensibility on board those leaders that have already ascended and are doing that, to birth and to ground in the new incentive systems that are sensible, that are derived and learned from the consciousness of our universe, empowered by quantum technology, because we are today at the fork of humanity again, as we were with nuclear. Will we choose this technology for good, or will we go another way? And this is right now what I believe is in action, is for us to be field seekers as mindful as we can, without judgment to others, but through discernment and assessment, but showing everyone an opportunity to come on board with us and to find the proof for them in the doubt. And that's what Leaders in Focus is about. And why are we here on Davos? Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear Tatiana, and thank you for sharing that. It is the value creation. What do we value? And I'm so grateful that we are all here because we value being together and celebrating together, and in every moment choosing to be devoted to what we are here on this planet to do. And so I'm so happy and grateful to be here with all of you. And in these last moments of in the last 5 minutes of our panel, the invitation, we're coming back to the present moment, wherever that is for us. And we're sharing an invitation, just very much as dear His Eminence Shyalpa Rinpoche shared with us an invitation to participate in what he's been building with the Universal Peace Forum and the Universal Peace Sanctuary. Each of us is invited to share and invite an invitation for people all over the world to whatever it is that we are inviting them to support our mission. Because as the peace leaders, we're naturally creators and we're naturally giving. And so this is the moment for us to invite and to receive support in whatever invitation it is that we want. So I will begin by sharing from my side, and then we will go around, and everyone shares an invitation or whatever you feel called to share in the present moment. So my invitation to everyone with the peace train is to choo choo hop aboard. It's hashtag all aboard. We are all in this together. We're all on this planet together. We're all celebrating together. We're all in this together. And so my invitation is to get involved, to be a peace leader, to embrace and embody your inner peace leader. As Dr. Adil so beautifully said, your inner peace warrior. I love leadership because it comes from inside and it comes from the sense of purpose, as we all so beautifully shared. And so I'm a peace leader, and I invite everyone to embrace and embody your inner peace leader, and to decide what is mine to do. I know it's mine to do. We all know it is ours to do. We're all doing it. So my invitation is, what is yours to do? And to inspire that and to invite that into your being. And how can we each achieve world peace? By achieving inner peace first. And also for people with the Peace Pledge, we are inviting global brands and corporations to contribute 2% of net annual profits to peace, to our founding alliance of the amazing, incredible peace leaders that are within our community with the Peace Pledge, for every single brand, corporation, every single person to contribute 2%. Because when we all contribute 2%, then the peace leaders are resourced to do what we do, which is to continue on with our work and to do the good work and the peace work that we're doing in the world. So that's an invitation, and we will be sharing some beautiful updates, as well as we're activating at different events in 2025 and beyond. So please get involved. We will be sharing links to everyone below. And also the Peace Pledge Foundation, please contribute 2%. And when we all do, we achieve sustainable peace, prosperity, and thriving for all. Thank you so much. Such an honor and delight to be here with you all.
I'll go next.
Thank you.
Thank you. So what I would encourage everybody to do, if you want to help with what we're creating, you can go to childliberation.org and see some of the things that we're doing, or find something you're passionate about, whether it's trafficking, fighting that, whether it's solving for world hunger, whatever it is. Find something you're passionate about, and don't just write a check. Get behind it, physically get behind it. And I also encourage any foundations that are in the same work to work in collaboration, not against each other. I look forward to having more conversations with Blue about what you guys are doing and seeing how we can collaborate, because that's really the way to success. Liberating humanity. I've got a lot of information to not only to keep your kids safe, but really what it's going to take to help humanity as a whole liberate themselves from anything that doesn't serve them moving forward, everything that is holding us back from peace. The very second that we look at another person as anything less than ourselves, we're going down a dark road that can lead to so much pain. So it doesn't matter the gender, it doesn't matter the religion, doesn't matter the skin color. We are all brothers and sisters. We can all release that toxic energy and come together and create a world of peace. So follow me on Liberating Humanity, and I'm excited to continue on this road and see world peace together.
So my message is live a legacy. So don't try to leave a legacy, live it right now. And believe in leadership. As Marin said, leadership is very important. LEAD stands for leave everything and everyone appreciated on departure. So when you leave your job, leave it better. When you leave this planet, leave it better. Thank you.
I can follow. I would say think about the marginalized and children that we will leave this world to. Lock arms in collaboration. I was very inspired by what was said about being present, using your superpowers today for good. And I love what Dr. Dalal said with regards to leaving that legacy. So thank you.
Dear Lucian, your invitation and
Thank you,
Dr. Sam.
Marin. Yeah, no, thank you. And thank you for convening us. So my invitation is to really connect with that place in your heart that knows peace, that knows peace within, so that we may express that peace without, and do that in the present moment and connect with what I call childlike faith in peace. It's that because there's nothing more powerful in our world than the power of faith, than what I call our intentional force, our combining of our collective intelligence in a common direction. And so my message is don't get disheartened, don't be conquered by the dystopia and apathy that is all around us in our world, but hold that fire of peace burning in your heart and burning in our hearts, and know that we're all connected through that common intention. And when we combine our intentions, know that there is no force more powerful in this world, and that peace is a story whose time has come, and that this moment in time has been prophesied by many, many indigenous communities. And to know that we're in this emergent, we are in the chrysalis, and we're fully supported, to have confidence that as the choosing ones, we can be reliably successful in our pursuits. And I think coming from that place, we can hold that frequency of peace, as the inevitable future that we celebrate. And just such a delight to be here, and invite anyone that would like to story peace also. We're going to be in France, and while Marin's going to be leading the peace train, we're going to be hosting the Planetary Peace Up Game, to story, to bring peacemakers and peace strategists and peacekeepers from all over the world to come together to story how we created peace. And in that story, create a TV documentary of the story of peace. And from the outcome of that story, train the Gaian AI to financially incentivize the achievement of that peace, so that we can actually back our vision into reality, and we can bridge the gap between our vision and our imagination and our execution and our reality. So an honor to be here. Thank you, Marin.
You're so welcome, dear Lucian. And thank you all for being here and for participating in this beautiful panel, and also this beautiful community that we are all co-creating together in all of our present moments and all of respective spaces all over the world. And to the Davos Worldwide community and family, thank you so much for hosting us and for hosting this very important conversation. And also, we keep the party going. Let's all keep the party going and really embrace and embody all these beautiful invitations and prayers and sentiments.